On?
Yes, you're
All
good,
right,
Doc.
mute.
Everybody live. Everybody live.
What can you see me?
We're going to count now. Ready, guys? One.
Good afternoon and greetings to all my listeners and viewers out there on the Primal 4K app, Fit FM 96.7, Facebook, YouTube, the World Wide Web. I want to welcome you all to Primal Sports Center. I'm your host, Dale.
And I'm Kane the Sharp Watson, as my co-host said, who is back in studio this week.
Yes.
It's time for Primal Sports. And we have an interesting lineup for you.
Yes, and so this week, our guest this week is Iman Blak.
Dr. Iman Blak.
Sorry, Dr. Iman.
You can't
Iman
leave
Blak.
out those titles, you know.
Of course,
it's
of
like
course.
They call me Mr. and
Yes.
Sir. And
Yes.
when I come to the tennis table,
Yes.
Peter says, "Sir, can you ready to play?"
Yes.
They can't leave off the duck because that is very important.
Yes, the man that wears many hats.
Yeah.
You know, he's a writer, poem, philosopher, psychologist, football coach, and also a big football player, counselor. As I said, the man that wears many hats. But one of the most interesting part of his life is that he played alongside Pele, the great one.
And a few people can say that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
which is to me, I found surprising when I found earlier this week. And I mean, we talked to him in about 5 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And he'll break down, I mean, his whole roots of where he is now from where he came. What an interesting story. And
Of
you know,
course.
we in that part about playing with Pele.
Of course.
I mean, a superstar at that time.
Yeah.
And I mean, I said, I don't know of any other Jamaicans that can
So they
have
were
that title.
Yes.
They played one of the, if not the
greatest footballer of
ever.
all time in the same environment at the same club at Cosmos when Pele transferred over.
Because we see players now saying they're superstars and playing in leagues all over the world. I feel like people don't do it before them.
Yes.
So you have to pay homage to people who
Of
paved the way.
course.
And I said, there's talent here. And there's always been talent. And for a man like that, as I said, who wear many caps and is talented. And I said, and it's big on sports.
Of course.
Not only a football player, but also a football coach. So
So
later on, we break that down with you of, well, he will tell us, because I mean, I'm very
give us the
history of where it all started and what's going on now.
Yeah.
Because you have to connect the dots with the past to the present, going to the future.
Yeah, man.
But
So so interesting week. You know, we have the champs. Well, we're gonna discuss a little of boys and girls champ that just concluded last week. We have the reggae boys. You know, we have the NBA to discuss as well. Obviously, we have to touch a bit more on the Leon Bailey issue, as well as with
missed out last week.
Yes, with also
Guys are
Butler.
bashing Leon Bailey, eh?
Yes. Well, also Craig Butler came out this
Made
week.
some statements.
Made some statements. So we have a interesting lineup this week
You
and
remember,
topics.
we'll have our calling session after sports commentary, and I'm keen to hear a few callers, because I know some people I spoke to earlier in the week want to call in and voice their opinion, because they're telling me, I'm like, hey, come on, Prime, and tell the world what your thoughts on it is.
Of course, and the Leon Bailey issue and the whole saga that's going on, because I didn't get to join you guys last week, but you know, I was kind of busy down there in Portland working with some of the young kids in Port Antonio. But I heard a couple of the things that you guys were saying, and I disagree with a lot. You know, but I just sorry that I couldn't call in at the time, but we will definitely discuss that.
Because I know, you have a lot of viewpoints
Yes.
from the other side, what most people say. And I say,
and the balance.
you have to look at things from all angles, and we'll break that down after sports commentary.
Of course.
But before Dr. Iman Blak joins us, we'll give a quick roundup of the final results of champs, and later on we break down champs more. But as you all should know, Edwin Allen won the girls' title, the 10th girls' title, dethroning Heidel.
Yeah.
It was a close girls' champs. And to run up the top 10 on the girls' side, Edwin Allen finished with 335.5 points to win their 10th title. Second place was Heidel with 326. St. Jago, 171, came in third. Homewood, 149. Women's girls, 128.5. Immaculate, 105. St. Catherine High, 67 points. Excelsior, the Eagles, 64 points. Stets, 51 points. And to close out the top 10, St. Mary with 46.5 points. And that's to close out the girls' side. On the boys' side, KC eclipsed their 35th title, most ever in boys' champs history. Go Purples.
Yes.
In the studio, are very purple oriented.
Purple studio.
So KC amassed 335 points.
Wow.
Second place, JC with 278. Calabar, third, 194. Excelsior, 122 points. St. Jago, 111 points.
Hold on, stick up in there. Excelsior is in the top 5?
Yeah, Excelsior came first.
Wow. Continue.
122 points.
Continue.
St. Jago High, 111 points. 111.5 points.
Yeah.
Woolmer's Boys, 66 points. Stets, 59 points. St. George's College, 53 points. Monroe, 45 points. And Edwin Allen rounding out the top 10 on the boys' side, 29 points. So, I mean,
wow,
it was a tough weekend for the guys and girls.
Yeah.
Running up from Tuesday right down to Saturday evening.
That's very interesting, though. You just Excelsior. I've never heard of that school really reaching in the top. They might have done well in the past, but that's
in recent times. This is I'm watching boys.
I've never heard Excelsior in the top 5.
And I've been watching boys champs for some 30 plus years now.
Yes.
And this is the best performance I've seen from Excelsior.
Yeah, for real. But and even the girls finishing the 10.
Not only amassing these points, but the quality
of
athletes, winning races, winning relays.
Yeah.
I mean, sprints, hurdles, 400 meter. Excelsior. I
think Mr. Riley and the coaching staff down there doing a good job.
Well over the course of 5-day championships,
and that's the only co-ed school in the top 5.
No, Woolmer's finished 5th. On the girls' side and on the boys' side,
I don't classify Woolmer's boys as as co-ed. No, this is all boys school.
Well, because Edwin has co-ed then.
Yeah, of course.
Edwin finished in the top 10. They finished 10th on the boys' side, and they won the girls' side.
Well, that's good. That's good. But
I'm
a big up Excelsior because we're part of the our friend who was cheer against KC, Mr. Marsh there always.
So we're big up Excelsior.
We'll big up Excelsior a little bit, man.
After.
Yeah, but no, people let us know. Welcome our guest, Dr. Iman Blak to Primal Sports. Good afternoon.
Can you hear us? Doc, can you hear us?
All right. So it was sort that out in the meantime. But yeah, Mr. Iman Blak, as I said, incredible profile.
Yeah,
when you look at it, philosopher, poet.
Yeah, psychologist.
Yes.
Yeah.
And as you said, a big part of it is a sports part as well. Playing football. Went to KC for 3 years, 4 years.
Migrating.
Hello,
you hearing us?
Greetings, my brethren. Give thanks. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
yes, man.
We're hearing you. So,
all right. Thank you for all that glorious introduction.
Of course, man.
We got the CV, we got the profile. So, okay. As you said, you're a man of many hats. And where to start? And we're running a sports program here. But before we dive into the aspect of you playing football with Pele, let's start from your early childhood growing up. As a youngster around sports. Your background with your parents, your schooling. Give us a rundown of young Doc in the days, running up and down in the streets of Jamaica.
Yeah, thank you very much for the platform. As a Jamaican youth who grew up playing football barefooted in the streets, it is a serious sort of journey to, I think, leave an island like Jamaica and go into an industrial society where you have things like professional sports.
Yeah.
So the environment that I grew in, primary school, Catholic school, is just PE. And we just run up and down and have fun and games. As all of us did, But in my little run up and down, I found that I really kind of used to excel in running and jumping and ball game. I was a good games player, as a youth. And my real introduction to the game now as a serious game is when I moved from primary school to a community named Harborview.
Yeah.
Still going to primary school, still, you know. But
Yeah.
in this particular community, you know, it was a pioneering community. It was called country, you know, outside of Bulby, outside of Rockford. And so I had an outdoor life. No television, maybe one person in the community. So much of time was spent ramping. So football in the street, cricket, table tennis, swimming, bird hunting, up the riverbed. Really sports and games, you know. So from my youth, this sports bug was in me, and I was a very good runner and all around good sportsman. But the football thing, you know, football is a kind of different game now, you know.
Yeah.
And I, from my youth, the first hero I ever hear about was Pele.
Yeah.
As I go into primary school, and we're talking about independence time now when, you know, you hear about the world about BBC News, and we start hear about Brazil, and as a little youth, it was captivating. And
Yeah.
imagination run wild, you know, when you have imagery out there, you know. So the football is something that I look like I had a love from I was a little youth, you know. But as most Jamaicans, this environment can help to define really what you make of your talent, you know. That have a lot to do with it. So going to Harborview to live now is where I really broke out because my mother also went away to America. I was on my own at 8 years old with my granny in Harborview, so you know, say you call me a street Arab.
Yeah.
Just treat me there all the while. But there's a community that is safe, so I'm like, but downtown, you know, because in a
From age
Harborview.
8, you said.
Huh?
From age 8, you with grandma in Harborview.
One more repetition.
From age 8, you're in Harborview with your grandma.
At what age?
No, I say from age 8, you said.
Well, I'm going to tell you it's difficult, but let me work it through.
All right, go ahead.
Go ahead, continue.
Yeah, I was trying to give you a little backdrop, you know, as to
Yeah, man.
how I kind of come to love the game. And Harborview was really shaped me as a youth. And I lived there from primary school up to age 13. Because I got a common entrance examination pass, and I got into the purple school and highly motivated to play Manning Cup. You know, that was my whole of my ambition in life was to play Manning Cup.
Yeah.
And it makes sure say I study now because I know say I have to be in school. So the need to study wasn't anything that was had to be reinforced, you know. It's like it kind of built in. And at the time, all the youth who were Manning Cup players were big student, big cadet, big man schoolboy, you know.
Yeah,
And that was what I had to look up to. So the movements through Harborview allowed me to play with big man. We used to play Manning Cup. And they would protect me and help me to guide my game. And at the same time, knowing, say, football is my dream now. I'm going to tell you something. And then, you know, like I can try to come in. When I was about 8 or 9 years old, playing in a Harborview, barefooted, I tell you, I was so good, you know. We used to play one goal, but everybody for themselves. And we don't play scrimmage goal, you know. We play big goal in the road. And you know, so one day I dribbled through a crowd and coming like a beat about 3 youth and 2 of them clash up.
Yeah.
And you see, out of the corner of my eye, you know, so I say Pele. You see Pele stand up in a green and yellow sweatsuit. You never know them till the name sweatsuit.
Yeah.
And a man stand up beside him in the same color outfit. And when we turn big, you know me know so them till the way called sweatsuit. And in my little brain, I just stopping in the middle of the road, you know. And it just run through my brain, but you can't do nothing about it, you know, because nothing just go on. But I had to let them know it's from them time there. I man have a vision of meeting the king. I never know how I go to Brazil because that was the only place I know Pele left.
Because I can imagine Pele was a big superstar in those days.
And I had to leave the island and then get involved in a different kind of level of football. Yes, Primal.
Yeah, man. So Pele was a big superstar in those days.
Pele was.
Big superstar in those days, because he said as a youth, you watch Pele and you wanted to meet Pele.
He's God, you know. He's a god of football.
Yeah.
And you see, at a time when even globally black people never have much heroes, Pele was a good hero for black youths. And it's not just Jamaica, it's a global thing, you know. And remember,
Right, so
team
did
sport
that dream
is
materialize?
like boxing, you know, where a man just defeat the next man one-on-one. It's a team game. So you start the brilliance in the black man, and it make we feel good about yourself. You know, so Pele, important idol and icon in the whole world of sports and inspiration, you know.
All right.
So did that dream materialize for you to play Manning Cup?
Did I play Manning Cup?
Yeah.
You see, this is where I fell short in my glory now in Jamaica.
Yeah.
You see, when I pass entrance now, I get into KC, you know. That time KC is over Melbourne.
Yeah.
First 2 years are at Melbourne, and when you go to third farm now, you join the big boys.
Yeah.
So in my first year, we made our first farm team rapidly because I was playing with big man. Play the junior Colts, our second farm team. And I depend my projection now, you know. Can you tell you, it's Manning Cup I live in to play, you know. You see, when I go for the third farm now, and make our third farm team, the Colts team now was some big boy. Yeah. And we really, really couldn't play with them big boy there at Colts. And even the coach, my name is a Parchment, said to me, Don, you're a young boy. You'll be here next year again. Boy, I'm going to tell you, brethren, that crashed my career. It crashed my career and my ambition, and truly I'm a bookwork start fall off. I started cut school and go back over view at daytime and start getting some indiscipline. Until my mother rescued me, she come from America. And she sent me a report card and said, hey, this can't work. I say, I agree with you. Agree with you. So halfway through third farm, I migrate.
Yeah.
At 13 years old now, I go to Brooklyn and really see football now as a chance to make it, you know.
So what was the difference when you went to New York
versus playing in Jamaica?
In Jamaica, the
playing in third farm or Pepsi or Coats back then.
You know, there was no such thing as any consciousness in America to any extent about football. Because, you know, they refuse to call it football, they call it soccer, right? Yeah. So when you land into those places now, you really end up playing the game amongst ethnic groups and ethnic clubs. So that became my first introduction now to football on an organized level, but with no Jamaican framework. You know, so at 14 now, my first league was the German-American Soccer League, where I play in the juvenile section under 14. And this first club I see now, we're in the club of 5 different teams. And all 5 teams go out on the same Sunday. So the boys play the first match at 10 o'clock. The next match is at 11, the juveniles. Then the juniors play. Then the second 11 play. And then by 3 o'clock is the seniors playing. No, these things never exist in Jamaica. So the whole attitude to soccer from age 14 changed for me overnight. It had nothing to do with my ability, which was top of the line as a youth.
Yeah.
But the infrastructure and the organization of clubs, where you go to the clubhouse now and you play games and a bar is in the club and the money spent in this. I see them things from age 14. So you begin to see soccer now from a different perspective, which is not just a fun and game thing. It's a thing about can you really be a professional or a world-class player.
So from there now, when you went to Brooklyn now and started playing, tell me about the trajectory of your football career as a youngster growing up in Brooklyn to the point now, fast track, where you got your dream of actually playing with Pele. Because I'm sure as a youngster, you started to play more football in Brooklyn. Tell us about those under 14, under 16, under 19 teams to the point now where you played in the National Soccer League. in the United States back then?
I tell you something called, it's a real thing called culture shock, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And leaving a high school environment like KC, where it's an all boys school, and we know where we're going with that. We have a framework, we have a yard, we know, so we can't talk certain way to our parents, and we have a kind of inbuilt discipline where sometimes we don't respect, you know. But dropping into that system now at my age, when my mother tried to put me into high school, let me say I'm too young. So I had to go into a junior high school and then graduate from that junior high school within a month to go into a high school. Now, what I recognize very, very quickly, because this sports, it's football, I go to America to play in the Virgin. I never go there to do nothing else. I tell you that. It's bar me go there for play, anyway, anyhow. And what happens, I realize now, because there are so many different sports in America, basketball, football, hockey. All of these players and sportsmen come from the school system generally. So are you play high school sports, and then the next trajectory, you know, it's to play college ball.
Yeah.
So when I was playing high school football now for the first time, it was the most exciting thing. I never really played, you know, high school in Jamaica at Manning Cup and them thing there. You remember, no, I'm not playing the Manning Cup, you know, so I don't really know high school ball. But when I dropped in a United States high school football, you remember, so there's hundreds of schools, you know, and thousands of players, you know. And we take our high school team for the first time to the final, a school named Erasmus.
Erasmus.
Yeah, man. So we made the all school. So from this on out, them name me to the high school all-star team, the New York high school all-star team. Big thing that for me, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. Can we get bus ride, you know, Greyhound no bus to go to Philadelphia in an all-star game, and just up in a jacket. So, you know, say, you know, my brain, we dip on the road, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. So the environment of professional inspire you to be a professional. It helps.
Yeah.
So the setup in the
high
American
school that I
system.
went to, when we play basketball, we would play against a school named Boys High. Boys High School had a man named Jabbar. Jabbar used to play the Boys High. In the name Lou Alcindor at that time.
Yeah.
And then man had the vision of going to the NBA.
Yeah.
So the school, I say, if I want to play pro soccer, I have to go through the education system. I chart that out for myself and I designed that. So there was no other way. I never have no wealth and I had no connection. What I have was my talent. And I have work my football talent. So in high school, we give it to them in my final 2 years. So you're not allowed to play your first 2 years. I think that's a very interesting thing. You can only play when you reach your junior and your senior year. So your first 2 years, you have to be dealing with your books. Maybe we need something like that in Jamaica. You know, where they use them, commit themselves to studies, maybe the first 2 years after high school before them get involved in the representation. So draconian.
So you left from Erasmus High now, and then you went to Lehman College.
Yes. Well,
in Lehman College, you captained the team, and that's where you probably had a dream of playing professional football.
Yeah, the journey now was to get to college.
Yeah.
Finishing and having a good high school thing now. A lot of scholarship letters now start coming, you know. You never even get them up a yet, you know. All from USC, some university from way, hoy. But
yeah, all about
players to come to them university because soccer on the rise in America. For me now, yeah man, I never really want to go too far from my yard still, you know, with all of the scholarship offers. But I never want to stay too close to my home either. I don't want to go like in between. So Lehman now was up in the Bronx.
Yeah, nearby mommy.
I was coming like he gone upstate, you know. That was it in my mind. So
still nearby mommy.
Huh?
You're still near home? You're still nearby mommy?
If I'm home?
No, you're still near home. As in being the Bronx.
Yes, man. Yes. And I travel to school every day.
Yeah.
I take the subway to school every morning and I take the subway from home. But at this college now, because I was able to fill out the right financial forms, I could get the assistance that the government was giving for people going to college.
Yeah.
So when I do the maths, and she say I go and get books for free, a stipend, transportation. I realized I don't need to take a scholarship. I could have just settle at Lehman College and get the same benefits and play if I felt like playing. So it gave me an advantage in myself now that I could really concentrate on football because object of playing college football, guess what? You have to make the All-American team. Because All-American team will give you the exposure.
Can you speak up a little bit louder?
Yeah, can you speak up more in the mic? We're not hearing you for the last couple seconds.
Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, man, we're hearing you better now.
Yes. Any better?
Yeah, better,
man.
way better.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Right. No, the whole mission of college, is for you to make the All-American team, no matter what sport you play.
Yeah.
Because it's an All-American team now give you the exposure to the coaches, the professional coaches.
Yeah.
So they look to find players to go into them franchise. So the NBA have them big draft, and you see how it go.
Yeah.
For 1 and 2, and you see the money that is allowed. You see the NFL. So the NASL now, which is the North American Soccer League, they too started up them draft system.
Yeah.
Because they are trying to build the league at the professional level. So they decided to tap into the college system.
So
So
after
the draft
making,
is what I got caught up into now because I made the All-American team.
yeah, you made the All-American team, and you're the only player from your college, Lehman College, to make that team.
Yeah, Lehman will come in like Happy Grove in the scheme of things to the old Jamaican football. It's unknown, a local school that doesn't give scholarships. So it couldn't be me alone now that would have to be shining, I would have to help to make my team also rise.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's all I would be visible. I can't visible in a million people by just me one, right? Because that's team sport,
And you're the team captain.
Yes, man. So a lot of teams went into organizing. One time a team coming like the United Nations,
Yeah.
they most a different kind of nationality being on the side,
Yeah.
Yeah, man. One time the coach had to appoint 2 coaches, 2 captains in my second year. Me to control the black youth them, and an Italian to control the Italian youth them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the politics has always been in it, and I man learned a lot about leadership and organization just playing college soccer.
Yeah.
I must mention also now the high point in the college years now is playing the college all-star match. I'm a rich status now in my career. I was an all-star.
Yeah.
So the all-star play against the Cosmos as an exhibition match every year.
Yeah.
So then they see me already.
Yeah. So them know say you're competent.
Yes, but at that time I was just a junior.
Yeah. So I mean now from Kingston College to Erasmus High to Lehman College, now we enter the draft. And this is a draft in 1976, as you said, of the North American Soccer League.
Yes.
In 1976 now, you were drafted by the New York Cosmos, led by
side, the home side. Remember, I'm a New York
because you're a native, you're a New Yorker. And as you said, the high point is competing against the Cosmos when you played on the All-American team.
Yes.
Yes, so now you enter the draft now, and you're selected by New York Cosmos. And at the time, none other than, as you said, hero, legend, the god of football. Some people have him as their GOAT, Pele. So tell us about those years playing with Pele.
No, to qualify the time factor is not a matter of years, right? So let's take that early. But what is essential and missing in getting to the draft is that college football can make you a professional player ready to play.
Yeah.
So the majority of my football was played outside of college. The majority of my football was played in the leagues around New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. Yeah. This is where you get a chance to play with national players and big leagues where the man then is not schoolboy thing now. Yeah. So the real touch-up that allowed me to really reach to the level to be drafted is playing in a Haitian team, playing in the Spanish League, playing in the German-American League, playing in the American soccer. In other words, now it's plenty league football and club football. I man play.
Yeah, whole heap of football.
Whole heap of football, winter football, indoor teams. outdoors, so that the ball game was played 24 hours and 12 months a year. That is the only way you can compensate for the lack of experience that you're going to bring to a professional setting. So the college ball is a disciplinary framework, yes, but I think the real contribution came from playing with big man outside of the school leagues.
Yeah.
But getting into the draft, you know, oh boy, I'll tell you. You see, as a black youth now, and a Jamaican youth, you kind of begin to represent more than just yourself.
Yeah.
You start, been in the community for 10 years and more. We're playing from high school days. So Dan Davis is not a really unknown entity in the football community at New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. So when I make this movement now, or when they really decide to deal with me as a player, to me, the journey had just begun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't anything I could really celebrate at the moment, because going to the training session, the first morning in 0 degrees, the king himself never showed up for the first week.
Yeah.
And a matter of fact, for the first 10 days, he never show. And for those 10 days, the whole world thought I was Pele.
Yeah.
The entire environment, the media, because I then was the only black man in the squad.
Yeah.
So a whole heap of things going on now that people come to me, people rush me for an autograph on the training site, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest of the man have to laugh. I'm going to tell them, say, no, man, it's not me named Pele. And then Englishman, them smiling and say, yeah, man, sign anyway, because to them, not humorous, you know?
Yeah.
But
So you're the only black man on the team, other than Pele at the time.
yes, exactly. I'm going to tell you them, it's not an easy road to try to even get to that position. You understand? In that environment.
Yeah.
As an outsider, you know, and as a Jamaican youth, and I don't really have an entourage within my own setup, you know?
Yeah.
So within 2 weeks of that camp, was able to establish my credibility for being drafted. And you see, at the time, the North American League had a new clause that every team should have 6 Americans in the squad.
Yeah.
So when I was drafted as to hold up a defense position that was empty. And I was drafted as one of the 6 Americans.
Yeah.
So they saw what they saw, you know, and I just play ball and enjoying the movement. But I will tell you now about what happened the morning when the king come.
Yeah.
You know, the world is the center of the world from now, you know.
Yeah.
And it's the first time I ever see so much media, you know.
Yeah.
And it's the first time I get myself.
The world come to training now.
Yes, he's the
Go
training
ahead.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is how I get a shot with myself and Pele in training. Let not me take that. It's the international press there and Spanish press take pictures, and you know the Spanish people had a photograph of me and him on the back page training. Him and him teammates come back, you know. So that was inspiring. And really and truly, to meet the greatest player and the king of the game at my age and that stage, I couldn't really analyze that until maybe 10, 15, 20 years later.
Yeah.
Because it's like a whole heap to digest, you know.
Yeah.
You really know, say, you take the ball from the man there, and, you know,
tackle the man there.
Yeah, and you're not man that play 2 against 2, you know. And you're not man that play 5 against 5 and 11 against 11.
Yeah. And
That's
that's it for just one season? You played with Pele just for one season?
It's a training, it's a pre-season.
Pre-season.
It's a pre-season. Because, you know, some tragedy reached Iman at the end of the camp, you know?
Yeah.
There's a long story about that, but it really started from an initial injury I picked up in the early part of 1975.
And even so, I see where that you also did your coaching license during this time. So while you were playing, you're getting accredited, getting your coaching license at the same time.
Yeah, you see, the accident that I experienced kind of drove me to do something else in football because I could see a timeline on my playing career based upon an injury. You know, I could
Because
see a
they said you played a
timeline.
lot of football in those days, 24/7 the whole year,
Yeah, man.
different
Yeah,
league,
man.
until you
Winter,
get
summer.
drafted and still
Winter,
playing
summer, indoor, outdoor.
indoor, outdoor. And at this time, you had the common sense or the knowledge to also go get your coaching license course. To do a coaching license course.
You see, the injury that I got gave me a vision of how limited my playing life would have been. And I decided to get into soccer at another level before I had to retire, if you understand.
Yeah.
So I didn't go into coaching because I was a retired player out of age.
Yeah.
I went into it at age 23.
Yeah. Juggling school, playing leagues,
yes,
training. And I said, So
I'm realize that the playing life is limited.
Yeah.
The injury that I got, it was recommended that I stop playing contact sports. Let me show you how it goes.
Yeah. So you didn't play at all. You didn't play at all after the preseason.
Well, there's some professional clubs were in the state of New Jersey. In other words, we kind of exhaust the New York settings. So there are clubs that were in New Jersey, and one of them reached out to me, and they had actually written to me and said, "Look, it's done. If you and the Cosmos don't work out, you can come check with." And 2 days after my exit at that point, the New Jersey Americans invited me to come to training. And that is really the team that I really signed my first professional contract with, the New Jersey Americans.
Yeah.
Hold on a second, I'm not following you. During the preseason at the Cosmos, you did not sign.
No, I didn't sign.
Okay, so after the injury, you got released after the injury.
Exactly.
Okay.
And
okay.
it's not a matter of after the injury, it's after they found out I was injured.
Yeah. Okay. I understand.
I was carrying this injury for over a year, right through my final season.
Yeah.
It is an individual who actually went to the camp and informed the club that Davis has an injury, you know.
Oh.
And that kind of bring that kind of thing to a closure right there, so you know.
Yeah.
Good friend too, you know.
Somebody informed.
Yeah, man. Somebody, came right to the camp. Yeah, man. And it's only one person knows other than my coach.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm going to learn a lot of bitter lessons from that particular exit, you know.
Yeah.
And
so is that you thought that you could have continued without the club knowing about this injury? You could have continued with the Cosmos.
Yes, because I did the whole year playing through the college season and all those other things. It's only my coach, you know, and my coach was very wary because he thought he was taking a risk.
Okay.
Only my coach and this other brethren really knew the extent of the injury, you know.
Yeah. But even so, that short stint, you had the experience to meet and, as I said, play with Pele in that preseason stint.
Look here, man. The man tell me I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The man tell me I'm good.
Yeah.
We just have to play a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
At the time, quicker, I never know quicker really mean more one-touch playing because my ball technique was so accurate, I never have to play one-touch. You know, when it come to me, it kind of control, it blew, you know?
Naturally, yeah.
But playing at the professional level is not about that. They're going to beat you with tackle.
Yeah.
Especially in those days.
Yeah.
Especially in
those days. Saw the violence. That's why I realized, look, I'm not sure if this is really the way. And you see, I hadn't finished my college yet, you know. I had to stop college and I was like 30 credits behind graduation. So I had to decide, do I try to be a full-time professional or do I go back and get my degree?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And I was
worse with that injury.
My brethren.
Yeah.
So I'm toned down after New Jersey Americans. I went on them call me again, a next club named Elizabeth. I go over there and I play for 2 weeks. And then me and them clash up again over some money issues. And I go back home again and another club called me named Hoboken. I'm going to drive over there a couple times and tired, kind of wear out and decide, say, you know
Yeah.
something, let me go back and concentrate on getting my degree. I needed another 20 credits. And I couldn't be so far now in my life to be stranded now between football and academics and have none, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And my mother never have the money to mind me. I mean, never have the family well. So I had to plug back into Lehman College.
Yeah.
All right. All right. But in the interest of time, we'll have to kind of fast forward a little bit now. All right. So you went into coaching, and then we also we know that you came back to Jamaica in what, 1980?
Right.
Yes, and
you have a long stint of coaching career.
30 years at Titchfield High School here in Jamaica.
Yes.
Why Titchfield though? That school way out in Portland. Cause my producer is from Titchfield, you know, and we are KC here. So
I would say,
why you go so far?
Yeah,
why you do way up Titchfield?
Why not
far from where?
You know?
Far from where?
I'm boost them up. Cause Titchfield a good school, but my sister help them out. Get to see the college man help them out.
I'm conditioned to help those who need help, you know.
All right. They needed it.
And I'll tell you something now. I will give you some history that a lot of people don't know. Why you ask how I get to Port Antonio and Titchfield. In my coaching life in America, I used to coach in a school in Baltimore called Lincoln Phillips Soccer School. I was run by the top coach in Howard University.
Yeah.
And in my second year there now, in 1978, the Jamaica's best coach came to that camp named Winston Chongfa. Most Jamaicans know Winston Chongfa as a genius coach.
Yeah.
And the power that he brought with the Clarendon College team, and him have a legacy where you can't query.
Yeah.
But when Chongfa came to the school, and all of us there are professional coaches. When session over and we reason at night time and thing, the first 2 nights we did a reason about each other and what we're doing. When it comes to Chongfa, I would say, Chongfa, so I'll go on Jamaica. Chong is the first thing. Let me tell you something. I am not a coach. So, what do we look at one another, you know, because I said, this man must have depend on something. So we say, what is a Chongfa? Him say, no, him say, I don't know anything about coaching, you know. That's why I come here. So we said, then, you side them I win. Him said, Danny, let me tell you something. You see those boys in Jamaica? Just give them plenty food and nice gears.
Yeah.
Formula. Tongy say, even though not about coaching, that's why I'm come to America to learn about coaching. You see, when I hear that gentleman, my heart sink. My heart sink. And when I made the decision to come home to Jamaica now, Chung Fa said to me, if you're going to go home, go check in Virgin, Jackie Bell.
Yeah.
So go check Jackie Bell, because Jackie Bell control team club Santos, and Jackie is national coach. When I drop in on the Santos, I used to say it's a real foot world. We don't know, we don't understand international. We don't know about the game, we love it. But we don't know about organization and discipline and training and the things that I was coming out of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No clue. So I come in like an alien, you know. You know, the football settings. So when Jackie Bell asked me to run the club, and after 2 weeks, I realized I can't leave for free. I started asking him now all the money part and go. And then, you know, that was an alien talk too. And I said, I really can't survive in Jamaican football at the club level. But I was looking to contribute to football. And I heard now through the grapevine that a school named Titchfield don't have a coach.
Yeah.
So I said, what name Titchfield? Let me say, it's a school. And then say, where? And I said, Portland. And I said, where that day? And then tell me about go downtown and I jump on a bus and I tell him, man, the most beautiful bus ride. Yeah, man, coming through the junction and see some hills. Remember, New York, I come from here, and seeing hills and rivers and ocean. When I got to Titchfield, man, I say, here I am in a Jamaica, and I connect now with the principal. When I tell the principal, so Jackie Bell send me, he not say nothing else.
Yeah. Seal from this.
Word. And this is at that moment now, we form a union with himself and Mr. Chin, how to advance Titchfield School, and Mr. Chin advised me to try to advance to parish by extension. And so for me now, coaching at Titchfield School, having access to like 500 boys, being head of the PE department, being the Casa Club coach, I could put infrastructure, education-wise and football-wise, in the school.
Yeah, that's good.
And from PE class, the boys them understood the laws of the game and them kind of training there, you know, so that we have some educated players.
And we noticed that, well, in the interest of time, we noticed that once you arrived at Titchfield, everything changed in terms of football.
Yeah, yeah.
We saw where you guys started winning. So briefly run down the accomplishments that at Titchfield during that period.
Okay, so there's a couple slots. My first 3 years. First year, I saw how Deco play. I saw the politics. And I saw how they disrupted the game to start the Titchfield side into the interzone. We were going to unbeaten. And the crowd rushed the field and I began to see how Issa operate. Anyway, with experience, I decided to come again the next season also. Next season, of course, the coach is more experienced and understand my players better and understand Portland and, you know, environment.
Mm-hmm.
So that season, we had an unbeaten season. First time we go to the Doc Cup with total loss, but we never make the finals because we drop a point in a drawn match. And so the team began to get visible. And I have a philosophy early that if you're going to build a team, you can build it either on the personality of the coach or you can build it on the personality of the players. I chose to build it on the personality of the players. And I chose Kingsley Chin as the man who will be representation of our progress and our success. Because goal scoring. And the team was conditioned really to make Chin finish. And the discipline was there in the captain. And everybody cooperated. And so we got all the Casa Club players for the first time. And in 82 now, we got to the final for the first time.
Yeah.
Which is really the highest robbery ever take place in schoolboy football, you know? Yeah, because you take a team from a neutral situation and take them on a home side to play a final. That's when I saw criminal behavior and attitude in the government.
Yeah, that's common here in Jamaica,
yes,
you know,
that's common
especially with Issa.
Yeah, that's.
When we accept that, the boys who graduate from Issa come up with a behavior that we condemn.
Yeah.
The majority of boys who play school sports and know so them get oppressed, they come out, they feel victimizing the people. The society feel it, you know.
Yeah.
So we can't just brush it under the corner and say, boy, I swear to God, so it can't work so much more. You know, that is the thing that really cut me about the sport, how we deal with sport as a little, you know, wide way thing, and you don't have to go so the way they exactly, but it can go so sometimes. That is not how I know about sport. You know, so those first 3 years we got to the final for the first time. And I told the principal I wouldn't go down there with the team. Make them keep the cup.
Yeah.
But they didn't know, so me too revolutionary. So then pack us up and send me down there and we get a one love that still Cornwall don't feel justified yet for winning that match. But that's how I go.
Yeah.
I took a break in 83 and decided to find a life.
All right,
as interesting time. Yes. Before you leave us, I want to give us your greatest memory in your playing career and your coaching career, but one that will always stick with you. One from your playing career, or one from your coaching career, because I see where you have a long stint coaching at Titchfield, and I mean your playing career, playing in all those leagues in New York, in and around New York, Bronx, I mean NASL preseason. So before you go, leave us with your highlight of your career that you
the Jamaican scenario.
Most memorable.
Schoolboy football, most memorable.
Yeah.
Coaching the Costa Cup team in 1987 to victory over the All Manning team in the National Stadium.
Yeah.
Was a team that I prepared that had the foundation of the Reggae Boys.
Yeah.
Steve Malcolm, Walt Barrett. That was the foundation of the Reggae Boys. That is the best team I've ever coached.
And those players were on that All Costa team 1987.
Exactly. We threw them down 2-1 overtime. I coached that team. My assistant was a young up-and-coming Wendell Downswell.
Wendell Downswell, yeah.
Wendell Downswell was given the credit for being the coach of that successful team.
Yeah.
But such is Jamaica, no, so to say. So we go to Jamaica.
Yeah. Oh, we still revolutionary, and them can't stop it no matter what, you know.
Well, let's slow down. Let's slow it down, because Carter Park take 40 years to get lights. That is slow down.
Yeah.
So at the level of playing now, truthfully, is really playing 2-2 with Pele.
2-2.
2-2 with Pele.
2-2 with the king.
I figure.
Yeah, I figure. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah,
2-2 with the king.
Me and the captain, Eddie, versus the two forwards, Pele and Tommy Hard. And we'll ball them up. We'll ball them up. Yeah, and take the ball without tackle, and the system of it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you do that to Pele, I mean, you can't want no higher praise than that.
I'll tell you something before you go. It's one thing I learned from Pele that stands out as well. In this life, it's not what you get out of things, it's what you put into it.
Yeah.
So when I ask him what he get out of football, let him say, he's not looking to get anything out of football. He's putting things into football.
Yeah. Leave him up.
Yeah, so I'm saying if we were to approach things like that in life, where we don't come to get things from it.
Yeah.
Relationships, whatever it is.
Yeah.
We go with it with an attitude to say, what can we put into it?
Yeah.
And we may have better results in the things that we do.
All right. We'll have to leave it right there. But thanks for coming on and sharing that your long history.
Yeah.
Personal and professional. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, Doc. Thanks, Doc. Primal Sports Team.
Next time I tell you, Rastafari, I get in between the mix.
Man. We need to have that.
All right. That's Dr. Iman Blak.
Yeah, man.
You know, sharing his story. I know we could have heard more about what he did at Titchfield, because I thought that he was the man who really brought you guys to light, Peter.
Well,
in terms of football.
I have a little story as well. My brother my brother was the captain of Titchfield table tennis team, and we had a big match against Kingston College. And Joel Moyo, who is my brother, thought it would be wise. Because KC was some dragon back then, you know. Still no. Okay, dragon. KC was a big dragon at the time. Yeah. And so Joel thought he would get Doc to talk to the team as a psychologist to get us in the mood. And the Doc gave us a rousing talk the day before we played KC. And normally KC beat us 7-0.
Yeah.
And KC had people like Colin McNeish on the team and Randy Fagan and those big dragons on the team. Well, I managed to play against Randy Fagan, and he suffered his first defeat in schoolboy table tennis. I just want to know that.
Yes.
That was actually the genesis of when I started to come as the shark that you guys know I am right now. So thanks, Doc. Thank you,
man,
Doc.
Yeah, man. A great man.
Well, you see it for yourself.
I say revolutionary.
You see it for yourself.
Of course.
A lot of ups and downs. As I said, it started from Harborview.
Yeah.
Got to Brooklyn with moms. Then from Erasmus High to Lehman College.
Yeah, man. It's a journey.
Even so, what I like from it is that even doing all this, where he even went back to school and that, you can see same amount of passion and love of football, him get accredited and get a coaching.
No, man, it's a great thing.
While still at school, while playing football 24/7 in all these leagues.
We can promise to have him back on, though, because I wanted to hear his comments on the current state of football and on the team.
But I think it's obvious doing it, because when he came back to Jamaica, it was just everything was no structure, no nothing. So, and boy.
Well, we're gonna have to get him back to tell us, talk more on the current situation.
But that's what I like most, and the message to young footballers out there. Even so, you're playing. Even look further into get accredited as coaching, and where you can even venture to even give back to the sport, because what happened after your playing career, and he suffered an early injury, and that was a setback to his career, but him still come give back to football. And I mean, look at Titchfield.
Great history.
Titchfield probably wouldn't be on the map if it wasn't for KC, man.
Of course.
That's what it is.
Hey, time for sports commentary. All right.
Congratulations to the Reggae Boys for a bronze. But gee, it could have been so much more. It could have been so much more. I watched these guys, play Panama. I think the confidence level is there against Panama more so than against the USA. So we played more like equals, and it showed. So and we scored a Lembekisa. I don't know when we get that name, but he scored a peach of a goal. Very messy, like one step over, shift the crowd, and now up into the upright. Quite a goal. It was good performance by the Reggae Boys. their best ever finish, I think, in this tournament. But could have been so much more if it wasn't for the self-inflicted wounds and the negative way in which we played the match. I really think we played the match negatively. But I will say no more about the Reggae Boy situation, except to say, Whisper is about to become a dad. And even though I decided not to say anything about it, I mean, you know, once I come sports commentary and I see the mic, you know, things come out that shouldn't come out. But I mean, you know, when these guys are about to embark on a professional career, you think that the coach or the manager would give some guidance, because there's a lot of traps or pitfalls you can fall into. And I'm not saying it's the honeypot trap, you know, but you know, to go and there are ways to enjoy youth without producing children so early. And you think somebody would at least whisper it into his ears and say, young man, you know, there's no need to put down that fence so early in life. But it might be good. It could have a good effect as well. Could. I don't know. I know you guys started early. so it could have a good effect. But I mean, it came as a surprise to me, because I thought he would be concentrating on football at this stage of the game. But again, I make no comment on the matter, trying to avoid the controversy. You remember when Seville ran 9.8, his best time he ran, and we said that we have found the replacement for Bolt. I gave advice to Seville, and I'd give it to Whisper too. Marry your girlfriend as soon as possible, because you will have a lot of choices in front of you that might not be good for your career moving forward. You know, so my advice to Whisper is marry the girl. You start the thing already. I'm not going to say anything about Bolt or anybody else who, you know, put down 1 and 2 and 3 before you marry the girl. But my suggestion to Whisper would be stabilize that situation. Focus on your football. You know, marry the girl now. Do the right thing. Too young to get married. That if you're young enough to have kids, I think you're old enough to get married. But let me not moralize anymore. Talking about the young guns. Who saw Spain and Brazil play over the week? What a match. What a match. On display for Spain was Lamine Yamal, probably about 17, 18 years old. And Brazil introduced sensation Endrick. Now, Endrick scored the week before against England on debut at Wembley, right? And now come back to this game and scored again against Spain. So I think that what we have now is we have 2 young greats to replace the years. You know, like you have a year when it was just Federer and Nadal and all 4 great guys playing all at once. And that era come to pass with the Messi and the Ronaldo era, because remember, these guys are old guys now, you know. And then you're saying to yourself, where are the young guys? Was it going to be Mbappe or Haaland or these guys? No. I think these 2 young guys now look like them come to take charge. If you watch the way in which Yamal was terrorizing the Brazilian defense, and it's not a normal man to terrorize a defense, you know. Yamal was terrorizing the Brazilian defense. There's a guy called Omo who played for Spain, who saddled one Brazilian defender and pile another one. Who does that against Brazil? You know, Spanish football look good. But, you know, it gives me another thought that these young ballers who bring the energy, who bring the thing to the game. We have 2 young ballers. One is Whisper. The other one is Kaheem Dixon. We're not getting the kind of exposure. I think that if these 2 guys were in Spain or Brazil, they would have gotten some playtime, you know, because Spain is open-minded enough to give a 16, 17-year-old boy the run. Brazil give a 15-year-old Pele the run, right? Why Jamaica did not give Kaheem Dixon the run that he deserved? The guy looked so good in the few minutes he got coming off the bench that I thought he deserved more. Table tennis. There's a TT tournament going on now that producing some exciting TT in South Korea, in Incheon, South Korea. Hugo Calderano from Brazil is having the tournament of his life. The man just beat LeBron 1, then he beat LeBron number 2, Felix, top 5 best European player, and then he went and beat the big dog, Fan Jendong. And now in the final, he will face a slightly smaller dog, Lin Jenkun in the final. My money is on Hugo Calderano because he clearly is in the form of his life. Somebody else at the table might disagree with me and say that Liang Jenkun will win. But I think that Calderano, when he opens up, and Liang Jenkun plays people too open, he plays everybody out. There's not enough caginess to his game. Most Chinese are cagey. This guy is not cagey at all. He's going to try to play punch for punch against the Brazilian, and I think he will come up short. Check me next week and see if I'm wrong, right? Now, finally, solving crime. Does it pay?
Please.
Does solving crime pay? Because it seemed to me that the Jamaica traffic police the Jamaica Constabulary Force seems to put more effort into solving the real problem, which seems to be traffic. Everywhere I look, I see 4, 6 policemen stopping traffic. And everywhere I look, I don't see them stopping crime. I suspect that we have put too many of our young policemen in these new blue uniforms to stop traffic and stop the flow of traffic. The other day, I got stopped no less than 3 times making a round trip from Lady Musgrave Road up to Barbican and come back round. 3 times. And the 3rd time, I couldn't control it. I told the policeman some primal words, because, the guy stopped me so many times, I gotten frustrated. And I'm wondering if this is the crime plan. Is the crime plan to just stop traffic everywhere it goes, or is it crime plan to stop crime? I believe when I go to sleep at night, I don't go to bed saying, "Oh Jesus, the traffic problem solved." I go to bed better if I know that the crime problem is solved. So my advice to the government of Jamaica, Andrew Holness, and the Deputy Prime Minister: solve the crime problem, brethren. Why are you guys trying to solve the traffic problem? We don't have a traffic problem. It's too much. You're interrupting the flow of traffic too much. And then to make matters worse, another pet peeve of mine, there are too many police vehicles driving around in the peak with the alarms going on just because they want to get to lunch or get from lunch. There are too many alarms going on. I can tell you, they're driving all even up the one way. Cargill Avenue is a one way, and it's very dangerous. Many times I'm turning on Cargill Avenue, police vehicles coming down the one way, the wrong way, sirens blazing. It's not fair. They're creating chaos. Time to put them on the beat. Get rid of the criminals, the pickpockets, the rapists, the fraudsters, and leave the drivers alone. That's what's coming. What say you?
So they didn't run to stop up on the road enough for you.
Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah, right. Peter's right with that last one.
Speed. See, I'm on speed on the highway the other day and go off down one precipice. Look like if I got 200 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Yeah? And Paulie could me a driver barely not even 100 miles per hour, and every time them choose to stop me and ticket me. Huh? Tell you, boy. But hey.
Yeah, the lines are now open.
Do you remember? Yeah, the phone lines are now 1-876-552-7406, and that's via WhatsApp only. I'll repeat the number again: 1-876-552-7406. All right, that was another interesting take on the sports commentary from the controversial boss himself. But I mean, where we start off now, this segment, the Reggae Boys, as he said, primal boss. Now we got a bronze medal, pocketing $500,000 US. Yeah. And I mean, a bronze medal, and I see all the team members taking pictures with the bronze medal, looking happy, and did the country proud. I mean, it could have been better. We'd prefer an upgrade of even a silver gold medal, which were seconds away. But
from being in the finals.
We discussed the USA match last week, and looking this week, we'll discuss the Panama match before we delve into your take on the whole Liam Bailey situation. Because last week you weren't in studio and couldn't call in. And I know
Craig makes this
statements were made in the week as well, where we'll
somewhat
delve into
contradicting some of what Leon said in the interview.
Precisely. But before we jump into that situation, we break down the Panama match where we defeated Panama 1-0. As Peter said, a 41st minute goal from Lembi Kisa, a peach of a goal, looking a brilliant individual effort.
I didn't watch the game. Was it a good game?
I didn't get to watch this match. I watched the USA match in full.
Froggy, watch it? You watch the game? No?
I didn't get to watch them, but I can break down the lineup for you where we had the same back three with, Captain Andre Blake in goal, with Latiba there, Hector Bernard, Greg Lay, Lembi Kisa as wing backs. In the center of the park, Damien Lowe again featuring in a defensive midfield position beside Casey Palmer with the injection now of Demar Gray, who came back from suspension, and Shamar Nicholson.
Yeah.
Both were off on suspension, and Bobby Reed to complete the starting 11.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
Panama had
you can find the stats for me. The
Panama-
stats in the position.
Stats, I'm a statistician.
Oh, yeah, you have it.
Come on,
you have
man.
it offhand?
Hey,
What's the
come on, man.
percentage?
Panama had 62% of the ball,
Oh,
and
Jesus.
Jamaica 30.
Oh,
So,
no, come on. I can. You don't have to
so
tell
you
me
would
that
prefer
more.
having more position on the ball and losing the match?
Yeah, for development purposes, for when you're going to play
But
a better
even so,
team.
matches are based on context. We both said we didn't get to watch a match.
But
We saw highlights.
Yeah.
I was on the road dealing with some business. I didn't get
Yeah.
to watch much.
Mhm.
But getting this 1-0 victory over a rival, looking forward, I think it's a positive move. I think that with the team and the lineup, whereby you see where we have players on suspension and we can hold out for the American team. We have the likes of Michael Hector and Lembi Kisa making the All-11 CONCACAF Nations. Looking at the positives first,
Yeah.
before we dive into, because obviously we want more possession, we want more ball playing, but who on the field is more of a ball playing, say to hold and pass ball. We have more on the wing direct play. So based on the setup, I mean, majority of the players are defensive with the back three, Low, Casey Palmer, and even so going forward, I think that coach Al Grimson,
Yeah.
I mean, getting results. As I said, bronze medal, different story for the beat United States. I mean, looking on the bench with Cephas, I mean, with the likes of Kaim Dixon coming up. I mean, we know all the hoopla surrounded by the team. Getting a 1-0 victory against Panama to me is positive.
It's good for you.
And going forward, as I said, if we toe with USA, all eyes are on qualifying for the World Cup.
All right. So I guess in the USA,
2026.
So I guess in the USA match, possession was about maybe 70-30.
No, 89-11.
No. 89-11.
Thereabouts.
No, I don't see Jamaica going much further.
No, but here you make it sound like possession wins matches.
No.
Possession doesn't mean very much.
You know, for me,
doesn't necessarily-
here I analyze it. It's just like a little kid who's 11 that's playing table tennis. He's 11, 12. And,
That's a different sport, though. It's an individual sport versus a team sport.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I'm looking at the stats in terms of possession, football. It
If you
can't
look
get
at the
much
stats, LeBron
worse.
James is the GOAT.
It
LeBron James is not
can't
the
get
GOAT.
much good.
gotta win.
11% and 30%.
38%.
38%. Fine, no problem. Is for me is more of the development. I don't see where we're developing the right type of habits in football.
Which is?
There's no way you can play an and you have 11% in terms of possession. That's not a good
The context
team.
of the match is different. We scored in the first minute.
That's exactly the point. That's exactly the point, and I'm saying that I don't see any improvement in Jamaica football over the past 4 or 5 years. It's the same trend. As a matter of fact, I think it's getting worse.
If Brazil plays Italy, what do you think the percentage will be?
It can be 60-40.
But that's the percentage.
11%.
No, I'm talking no.
Listen.
That match is different. USA, Jamaica.
So you're
match is different.
you're telling me that
That match is
we can't
different.
string 2 or 3 passes together?
We didn't have position on the ball to do that.
No.
We're on the back foot. We're being defensive based on the context of the game.
No, I don't care about. I
30
don't.
seconds difference, we'd be having a different conversation.
No.
That own goal, Peter. If that own goal didn't go in, we'd be having a different
To be honest with
conversation.
you, I look at it differently. It's like a kid.
Hold on.
Tennis analogy.
You're
It's like
looking
a
at
kid.
different. Did you watch the match?
Yes, I watched the match.
Jamaica, USA?
Yes, I watched the second half.
You watched the second half?
And the second half, it was horrible. It was horrible. Now, hold on. My analogy was this. A kid in table tennis, he might be winning at 11 and 12 years old, doing all kind of junk and doing all kind of rubbish. While a kid who takes the time to develop proper technique and foundation, more often than not, that kid will be losing in the earlier stages. So what I'm saying is that, yes, you're talking about the outcome. but I don't see any structure. I don't see any form. I don't see anything that going to suggest to me that in the next 2
You just
years.
made a comparison with a 12-year-old kid to big seniors playing who have
my
technique and structure.
comparison is not the
Yeah,
kid
what is-
really. My comparison is that they're focused more on
Results.
proper
It's
structure.
a tournament, it's results time.
Proper structure.
Results time.
Yeah, but you really think that the way we have been playing football for the past 2 3, we're really going to qualify for World Cup in the next 2 years?
Yes.
With the same kind of, I don't think so. I don't think Jamaica
I think we can.
have a chance in the world of qualifying for the next World Cup. I don't think we have a chance.
I don't think we have a
playing
chance
the
of
same way.
I don't think we have a chance of winning the World Cup. But
No,
qualifying for the World Cup
I don't
and
think we have
getting
a
results,
chance.
I think we can definitely
If we
get results.
continue on this trajectory and this trend that I'm seeing, I don't think we have a chance.
So-
If you think Panama gonna have that kind of position and lose to Jamaica again in a real serious match?
62% and
Nation Cup
38%.
is not really serious.
It's not a serious match.
It's
was a
serious,
serious
but I'm
match.
saying it's not as serious as when World Cup time comes around. And I'm telling you that we're not going to beat Panama if we continue that way.
Well, we can't beat Panama.
No, I don't see we're beating Panama.
With less possession of the ball, we can't beat Panama.
No.
Why not?
No. With the trend that I'm seeing from the reggae boys, no. You score a goal, it's like we're playing interform, and you score a goal and you're happy, and the whole time you're just scrambling and kick the ball them out. Like no passes, no
So
nothing.
we're setting for a one-love victory, basically. Just trying to score and just
No,
block
you're
shot.
not playing football.
Okay,
It
okay.
was not football being played after they scored a little goal. Then stop playing football and
Against America?
look, you see,
Against
even the
America.
last 10 minutes it was panic mode. As the man them get the ball, to your life.
Yes.
To your life. I'm just saying that the trend that I'm seeing, I just don't like it. I don't care if we win that match. I understand that victory is a victory.
Yeah.
But the trend, I don't like to
We're
see.
talking about the quality of football. We're not playing the quality
We're
of
not
football.
playing football, period. I don't think we're playing football, period. That's my issue with it. That's why when you tell me the percentage, and we're playing against Panama.
One thing, you don't, what I think you're going off is your view of what you want the football to be like. You want us to play free-flowing, possession, passing the ball. You want us to play like Spain. Everybody can't play like Spain.
I don't want you to play like Spain. I just want you to play football, watchable football. I don't want when a defender get the ball, his first option is to kick the ball out or kick the ball. We want to play football.
And hit them on the counter.
We want to play football, King.
But,
football.
Oh, you want them to string passes together?
That is a part of football.
Yeah, but what if we
That's
don't
a
play that part
that's
of
a
football?
Big part of football.
What if we
Modern day
don't-
football, I don't see where any goalkeeper is just
Modern
playing.
day football.
Yes, modern day football. The football has changed.
You want us to play like Spain?
Not necessarily like Spain, but you have to be modernized in your approach. You can't be just kicking the ball upfield. That's what they're doing now. That's all I'm saying.
So that's why Brazil can't win again.
No, I think
Brazil are playing modern day football.
No, I think
Brazil lose their flair. And you know when you see Brazil, a Brazil team have that DNA imprinted. Brazil them start playing
But
like
what
European
Jamaica
now.
have though? What Jamaica have?
We need to find. we have track and field. We have track and field.
Well, as Butler suggested,
Yeah, track and field.
as Butler
As Butler
suggested,
suggested, yeah,
that we should play faster and we'll play more
because
wing
we have the speed
and speed.
Speed, yeah.
But
and we're full of
I'm
wing
going to
players.
ask you something. You really think that the trend that you're watching now that can carry us to World Cup?
Yes. Yes, I think so. But can we do anything at World Cup? No.
That's agreeable.
Why we can't go for Panama on the big side, Costa Rica on the big side?
No, but Jamaica make it seems as if there are big sides.
For the region, yes, but not for the world.
But to me, I don't
But
understand.
you know why I agree with you? Because we have sort of the mind frame of we don't want to just qualify for the World Cup. We want to be competing with the
Make
big
an
boys,
impact.
and we want to go as far
So
as
we
we
have a
can.
bag of professionals
But
and top class.
I agree with you. With the type of football we're playing, we can put our print on the world to say, hey, Jamaica is a footballing nation, and Jamaica are pure big ball, and hey, we are playing France, we have a chance. When we are playing France, we're basically trying to get 5 love, 6 love. Why we can't toe-to-toe with France? And we have the talent and we have the pool. And it goes back to your point where technique and from age 12 with the whole developing structure. We need
that's
to that.
part of
We're
it.
just playing now to get results. But you are looking at it from can punch with the heavyweights. We're not supposed to play football and have 11% of the football because that is not football. But I agree with you. But given the situation here now,
Tell us
I
about
would take that one love win
over the 500,000,
because
right?
no, because of what's at stake. One, yes, and plus the stages we're in.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
want us to reach that stage down the line, which we should have already, based on The whole 98 World Cup.
You remember 98 team?
We're behind.
You remember 98 team?
No, we get possession.
Yeah, Fitzroy Simpson.
Yeah, the 98 team. The 98 team was a team.
Andy Williams.
So how we regret so far? We're supposed to be advancing.
But hold on, no? Remember, Mr. Jamaica can shine light on certain footballers, you know. So we can.
What's the name of the footballer? Midfielder. Corbin.
Anthony no man, that's a wing back from way back in the 80s, that man. You have Anthony Williams, you have Fitzroy Simpson.
No, there was a possession midfielder. That's
Andy Williams, man.
Andy Williams.
Oh, sir.
Peter Cargill.
Peter Cargill.
Peter Cargill.
Peter
Okay.
Cargill.
We need a Peter Cargill to stabilize the middle. We don't have that now. We just don't have a ball handler.
I said Damien Lowe looking like him.
Yeah, Damon don't want shape up.
Damien Lowe is going to be the Peter
But
Cargill.
even so,
Not
out of
necessarily more aggressive
that
than Peter.
11%, you know, Damon will probably have 10 out of 10.
No,
When him get the tackle, he might tell and the goalkeeper.
10%.
Yeah, Damon love it. And Damon love the next 1% probably. But
Froggy at 5.
yeah.
All right, but people, we're going to get back to
But
this.
Before I go in fragging 5, Dale, possession sometimes can be misleading, you know. It's weird. Hold on, no? Sometimes it's weird the possession really take place. Because even with all the possession Panama had, they only had 2 shots on target. Jamaica had 4. Jamaica had 10 shots overall. Panama had 11. How much block shots Panama had to block for us? 3. How much we block for them? 1. So in the grand scheme of things,
That's why
the
Michael
coach-
Hector is in the team of CONCACAF Nations. We're a defensive team. We're a defensive team. Yeah,
Well, anyway.
the soul style.
He's in there too.
Yeah, Michael Hector Lembeke
What's the name of the
and look at
CONCACAF
it.
Nations.
And look at
What's
it.
the name of the team that beat Argentina in the first match with the offside
Saudi
traps?
Arabia.
Saudi.
Oh, so we're playing
Argentina
like Saudi.
and
We're
Morocco.
playing
Yeah,
like
we'll
Saudi.
play like
And
Saudi
look at it.
and just shake up the world and then disappear after
Both
that.
goals came from the wing backs.
Froggy at 5.
All right, Froggy, your time.
Yeah, so what are people? First of all, 5th anniversary of Fit FM. They're celebrating down there in Trelawney. I think they should be wrapping up a little bit. They have extended time or Fit FM overtime. So we have to say congrats to Fit FM on their 5th anniversary.
96.7. Feed the fam. Big up yourself.
Remember the last take, is a problem or it's a problem? Now we have a next problem. It's to have a sporting rule as it regards to sporting athletes and their transfer policy, and I don't like the rule. I think the rule is not fair to our Jamaican athletes. So the rule basically states that if you're transferring from one school as a student athlete and that school participates in any form of sport and you're transferring to another school that participates in that same sport, you as a student athlete, if you are registered with the school you are coming from, you have to sit out a year. If you weren't registered, that means you didn't take part in no sporting activity for that school. You're free to participate with the new school. But if you are registered to play with that school and then you're transferring to arguably like KC or JC, you have to sit out a year. The problem I have with that rule now, those overseas athletes that we are importing, because they did not take part in any ISA event or any ISA school, they are given the free reign of just coming into our country and just play sports. No sitting out of no year, no staying back, we just come and play. So I found that the schools have found this as a little loophole. So if they can't get a top athlete from another school, they just go overseas, carrying a top athlete, and win whatever competition they want to win. We see where a lot of the top schools, they're doing it now. They're bringing in overseas athletes, and I think that they...
Are you specifically referring to Kingston College because they seem to be the main importer?
No,
it's
no,
not
no,
winning.
no, no,
Recognize that you three are
no,
out.
no.
And it's not a matter of a fact we're the main importer, you know. We're the main winner. The reason why it's highlighted is because
By importation.
no,
Other schools-
we
other
just win.
highlighted.
Other schools import is just that the school that wins is highlighted.
Yeah.
Because we have athletes all over all schools and
Everyone
they're
is
not winning.
guilty.
So that
Never unbiased answer.
Everyone is
Never
guilty.
unbiased answer.
it's biased towards your view.
Which school imports the most athletes?
I would say maybe Calabar.
And JC.
And yeah, a lot are up there.
Okay. So it's the problem I have is that I think we're undermining our own athletes to a level because they want to continue competing, and because the proper schools, for example, the KC, the JC, the Calabars, they have better facilities, they have better ways of catering for these students. They want to leave from their schools to come to KC, but you're telling them, no, you're not going to take part. While KC can just say, all right, since I'm not getting Kane Watts to come play table tennis, let me go overseas and bring Peter. Peter is kind of better than Kane, but Kane is the best local athlete. Peter better than Kane. I go over there and I ship in Peter and I win same way. While Kane's career is kind of backward. I'll stay back a little bit.
This comparison.
I'll stay.
He's mixing up the names and the players.
Yeah,
Remember, I'm the international one.
position.
Yeah, I don't like the analogy.
So our athletes now are now forced to kind of regress a little bit while the school brings in their athletes, win the championship. I say, see, this could have been Kane, but because you want Kane stay over there. I'm saying no. Is either everybody sit out a year or nobody sits out a year. For me, that is my take. I just want either everybody sits out a year or nobody, because it's unfair to our athletes. But in another sense, it kind of forces these rural schools or the rural schools to basically up their game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because look at
why punish an athlete, an international athlete, coming in?
it's not a matter
They're
of
not a
punishment.
part of the ISA system already. ISA is saying if you're a part of my system and you choose to shift schools, you will sit out a year. Versus an athlete that is not in the ISA system because they're not locals coming in, they don't have to sit out
But
a
my
year.
question to that is why punishing our local athletes?
Because you're a part of ISA system.
Yeah, but being a part of the ISA system don't make why punish me for that.
Why you switching?
I want to
switching
switch school because they are better at what they do. KC is a better table tennis
But
team.
then now-
Teachfield don't have such a good table tennis program. So I want to go to KC where I can get the best development for my talent. ISA don't own my talent, it's my talent.
Why not develop your talent done by Teachfield?
Teachfield not getting the resources to do so. KC have the resources. So you're stifling me as the athlete. ISA don't have my talent, it's my talent.
Yeah, but
It's not ISA talent.
you're a part of ISA system. You can't just switch schools.
ISA is just what you call it. What do you call it? It's a facilitator. They shouldn't be
No, but
controlling
you
it.
can switch schools and you can improve. You just can't compete.
You know
It's a
how I have to,
competition.
you know how I have to switch and play the same year? I have to be in
Sixth
sixth form.
Yeah, because you're heading
Someone
out.
has considered,
You're heading out. Your sixth form is on
Just
that
foolish,
cusp of-
Extension, it's an extension.
Exactly on the cusp of university, like. It's like-
foolishness, rubbish.
So you're saying athletes shouldn't sit out
Shouldn't
across
sit
the board.
out across the
Even-
board.
Even if you switch schools, you
Even if you
compete
switch
one
school.
school to the other.
Is either that or you want international athletes to sit
Sit
out
out
as
a
well?
year.
That's
as
what
well.
you're
Yeah.
saying.
So if,
So
you're,
one
if
level.
you're gonna punish my athletes here in Jamaica to sit out a year, punish them. To
So
sit
what you
out a
saying
year
that
too.
everybody going to start look to Nigeria and Kenya
that's
and
what they're
start
doing,
bringing
yeah.
in
Yeah.
all the top schools are going to start doing that.
Everybody's gonna do it. They start doing it already.
So you said if
Why you go so far
if
in
the rules-
Nigeria and Kenya? You have athletes from St.
If I
Lucia,
cannot-
Turks and Caicos,
If I cannot,
Cayman.
if I cannot get Dale Parham to come and represent my school, I am going to seek a Dale Parham from overseas.
So okay, all right.
So Dale not going to get that
So
goal.
you
You
make
know.
it
So
sound
you
like
think
schools
that
go-
would restrict
schools-
a lot of these athletes from
Schools go
overseas coming here?
automatically. Schools people go automatically just come to Jamaica.
They are coming to Jamaica for the
Hello,
very
good
purpose.
afternoon. Welcome to Prima
Go on, go on,
Sports.
Quick question.
Go right
Yeah.
ahead.
What was the purpose of the ISA rule? Was it to prevent schools from creating like super teams, where all the athletes end up going to one school?
Yeah,
Probably
I figure
that's-
that they're trying to do
Probably
that's
that's
what
the
they're trying
case,
to do.
yeah.
But at the same time, the schools are finding the loophole where they can bring overseas athletes and still create a super team.
Wait, give me that example.
Any restriction on the number of imports, if you want to call it that a particular school could have? Wouldn't that
Well,
also help?
for track athletes, you have 2 per class, so you're only restricted to 2 transferee per class. So I can have 2 class 1 athlete, 2 class 2 athlete, 2 class 3 athlete.
one can contribute like 30 points,
Yeah,
30, 40 points.
Football is 3.
Go ahead.
Next question. Don't you think that the international table tennis leagues they kind of having too many tournaments right now? That the
I've been
players
saying it a long time.
Exhausted.
I think it's better for the sport. Yeah, you get the opportunity to make more money.
Mhm.
You don't have to play. You can play one and don't play the other, and you can choose which one to play. It's like the tennis circuit. I think it's perfect for the sport. They
My
should play
opinion-
all year round.
No, I
If
think
who
that
wants to go, go. If you don't want to go, don't go.
Kane is too much table tennis.
For who?
I watch it exhaustively, and I'm tired just from watching.
I don't get to play any of them.
so yes,
too
yes.
much.
All right, so
I
we-
don't think it's too
so
much.
we're
I think-
speaking from the athlete or from the spectator's point of view.
I think
Well,
it's perfect for both.
I think it's better for this. Well,
better for-
in terms of spectators, I think
It's just like how
good.
they're looking to keep world championships every.
They're playing too much table tennis.
They're looking to keep world championships
From-
every year now. Track and field.
Kane, you need to train. You
Apart
need
from
to
Olympic
move.
year.
You can't be just competing.
No. From
Yeah, but you don't have to
from
go.
from the players' point, I understand what you're saying, but from me who love to watch TT, I want to see tournaments.
But even so, the players, you don't have to go. I have my tournament.
Yes,
If you
yes.
don't want to go, you don't
Yeah,
go.
but then you don't
You
get
lose.
ranking points, and then
Hey.
Or
Fan and Marlon have to play every tournament, because they're trying to get that Olympic. You can imagine they put all the Chinese in one half of the draw this Olympics.
No. From that's I said. From the players' point, it might be for them because, as you said, points but from a
But I think you just
spectator-
choose which one to go. You can choose 8 out of the 10 or whatever
Yeah.
percentage. It's like a diamond league.
Why think all the top men playing right up for the next several months? Why they playing?
points.
Because everybody knows that if that number 2 spot goes to a non-Chinese, the 2 Chinese going up in the same half, and then somebody else going to get the silver medal. That is the plan of what they're trying to do to TT. You know that.
So you think it's a conspiracy, Peter?
Against the Chinese.
Against the Chinese.
Peter is saying it's a
but
conspiracy against China.
Joel,
When I say, I think by the time the Olympics come around,
tired.
we'll be burnt out.
That's why once you take a break this tournament.
But even so, that's the negative side of it. But as I said, the positive side of it is
Spectator and more.
make
More
more money,
exposure for the sport
more
across
exposure
the
for the
world.
sport. The players get to play more and make more money.
Yeah.
You just
And you
decide whether
choose
to
what-
play or not.
Yeah.
Run every Grand Prix going up to Olympics.
If she was 20,
If you want to.
if she was 20,
Nah,
she's in the back in her career. She don't have to do it.
Shelley
The pockets is loaded now, so they don't have to run it. But as a young athlete coming up, I want to load up your pockets.
You're gonna run
Get
all
me
of
on
it.
that circuit.
I know Asafa used to do that, right?
Everything.
Hey, but the collecting, All right, Joe. Thanks for the call. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But I understand what, from that standstill because you don't know them gonna burn out for real. But for me, I want to see TT, and I know for many other people, them want to see table tennis every week.
But the thing is, it's not a case where you have to play.
No, but what I'm
Option
saying is
is
that they don't want to risk the.
I have my
the draw.
tournament.
It's the draw them talking about.
draw.
The draw is
Yeah.
the issue. The points, the points, are the points.
That number 2 spot.
Yeah,
More
yeah.
than a number
So,
1 spot, Number two.
So Peter is saying that.
We're looking at 2
so
spots.
Peter is
So it's just for
essentially.
the Chinese.
Yeah. So Peter is saying
Try
that.
to think, forget what the Chinese.
Peter is saying that. Peter's theory is that they're putting all of these things because they want. They want European
If they put
to.
2 Chinese in one half of the draw, then perhaps somebody else can win the
So the purpose of having all of these tournaments, Peter.
No, it's not purposely. I'm
Okay.
just saying the situation.
But so that's a
so there's no conspiracy there
so
to
the-
get out of China.
the con side of it is just the first 2 positions. What about the rest of people that play in the sport?
I guess I don't care. The Chinese,
Precise, why should
the
we
Chinese
care?
want gold and
Why
silver.
should we care? There's tournaments. You get to
Yeah.
watch more tournaments.
Yeah.
You get opportunity to make more money. You play more TT. I think it's more of a win-win situation when there's
But I
more
want the
tournaments.
double. Yeah, I agree. I want the double. I want them TTP player to start bring table tennis to the West. more.
Precisely. What if
I
there's
think
a tournament in...
I think America is so important
Yes.
for
Instead
table
of-
tennis to be big in America.
Look at Brazil.
College scholarships, all of these things need
You
to be
have
decided.
Brazil
the world.
players, Argentina players in
Yeah.
the top 50 in the world.
Decide the
America.
world.
Let me just explain something. If you recall, I pointed out that if we wanted to make table tennis stronger in Jamaica, we should apply for a Pro Tour tournament. You remember that?
I agree.
And USA has missed the ball as well because they have started their own league now, MLTT, instead of taking a few Pro Tour events. If New York did take an event,
Can you imagine?
LA did take an event, Florida did take an event, it would be more popular. And we would go to watch or even play.
Of course.
But the
of course.
point is that our association, nobody at this side wants to put on the tournaments. So that's the reason why we don't have tournaments here. It's the associations.
So the location of tournaments is a problem too.
No.
You know, America is a big
You're
market.
saying we should have more tournaments this side of the world, and I'm
course.
agreeing with you.
Yeah. We should have it. We
If
should
you
have
notice,
it.
it's the East European countries and the Asian countries putting on these tournaments.
Yeah.
That's why it's going on.
And you
But
know,
before we wrap up, to close on Froggy's point with the transfer of athletes and super teams. Which super team are you talking about? Which
I
super
didn't
team?
mention super team, you know.
Which transfer? All the schools.
I just
and
said.
plus, I think that these internationals coming, you give them an opportunity to even
Yeah,
progress
but
their
I'm saying
career.
Get scholarships too.
Look at Julian Alfred.
Yeah, get scholarships.
Yeah,
you know?
I have no problem. I
Because
just
Jamaica
say,
is the main market,
I just say
you know,
when it
for
comes to
everything
our
now.
athletes, it's one
Yeah.
of two things. You see, they make everybody.
But you're
Don't-
already in
don't
the
sit out a
system.
year.
So compete for the
Or-
school. I said Mushet win 2 races back to back.
Yeah.
I said that.
If they could have transferred and
But
sit
that's
out
what-
a year, they'll be like, oh, I don't want to. Then build them Mushet to build up Alphonso
That's-
Davis.
That's what I was.
Stay and build up. You will have a lot of coaches
But
all
that
over.
was my second point. Of the
Mushet
my
win
second point.
back
you
to
know.
back races.
and-
rural
and
schools
I want to say this to
are
the
being
rural
forced.
kids.
Where's Mushet?
Yeah, I don't even know.
And Mushet win back to back races.
Yeah,
and
that was
champs.
I would
it's
say this to my
forcing them.
rural people though. I think that you guys stand a better chance of making that transition to the Olympic level if you stay in the rural areas. Do not come to Kingston. Stay in the rural areas
And even
develop in the rural
and-
areas.
if they-
Because
if
all
they
the
were-
Olympians and the great ones,
If
rural
they,
areas.
were,
Don't come
if,
to
if they
Kingston.
didn't have to worry about sitting a year, they'd probably be like, oh, let me go to.
Of
and
course
then
I would go.
Stay here.
Stay and develop.
And plus, you are already a part of the ISA system. So if
Yeah.
you want to transfer within that system, it comes at a price. You coming into the system, there is no price. That is
Yeah.
what the rule is. The rule is. But I mean,
And guys,
I get what you're saying though,
Selfish, yeah.
whereby, hey, if
Well,
nobody that's sitting
well,
out there coming across, then no.
Yeah,
So,
no, we're out of time. But as you said, we even had a discussion there, and somebody made a statement, a famous analyst, that champs is a blessing and a curse.
curse, yeah.
But we'll continue this discussion next week.
next week.
Yeah.
'Cause next
For
week
sure.
we'll have a breakdown of
champs.
and character games.
Yes.
As we know, that's been our sports
Are we
day.
in a live report?
Yeah, no live report, but I know Jamaica's leading the table.
Yeah, we
that
had
is sure.
2
That,
goals.
that's kind of our sports day down there, wherever character keeps. And I think it's
Okay, but
the top athletes should go to character. And we discuss that again next
Oh,
week.
that's
I
a
disagree
topic that
too.
we're going to debate as well.
Yes, because earlier in the studio we almost had primer before primer. But next week we'll break down as we're heading into the track and field season. Because track
Yeah.
and field, we see where Diamond League's coming up in the month of April. And we're heading into April.
All right,
I mean,
guys.
happy Easter, people. One love from the Primal Sports Desk. And DJ Q is up next. Peace, keep safe, and hey, live, love, and laugh.
Yeah.